fired employees on your payroll. We are not on your payroll. We are fired. That means that you pay us our tokens. That's part of the salary, plus the December and in lieu of notice all comes in on a lump sum. That's how it works. That's just labor law.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we stand. Um, I have nothing more to say or nothing more to add. I don't know if there's anything you want to ask me. Um,
Well, let's turn it over to the community and ask them some questions. Let's see. We got old Jesse. We got Jesse on the line here. He's a pretty good one. He says, agree with GK not being rich. He's got zero net worth. He just lives a luxurious lifestyle with other people's money. I don't know what the facts behind it are, but somebody, Top Cat here. Now, Top Cat, he's out of South Africa. He's one of your compadres. Jeremy is
no,
a serious professional, sincere, and trustworthy. We met him.
yes,
Top Cat's a good
and I can
guy. I
say the
talk to
same.
him on the phone pretty regular. Well, I say regular. We chat
I
and
can say the same.
yeah.
He is. He is absolutely. He is one of the best CTOs I've ever worked with. And he has also helped me in his personal capacity as a mom of two kids. He is very generous. His team is first. Technology wise, he is so advanced. I can't even keep up. Um, he is an absolute great mentor. Uh, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Yeah.
I look up to him, and it is unfortunately one of my greatest friendships that
He looked
I'm
like a
losing.
deer caught in the headlights in the AMA today there with Nick. Um,
Yeah,
it looked like
yeah.
I feel bad for the guy, to be honest with you. So, a hound over here has a good question. Um, why did Anthony Turner go along with the $80 million investor? Did you ever hear anything about the $80 million investor? Um,
Um, yes, he pulled out due to all the community backlash,
good,
and I don't blame him.
good. Prob-
No one's going to give 80 million to a project where the community is already in pitchforks ready to burn down the building. So anyone worth their salt would be like, oh, I'm not touching this. But Anthony had secured him, but due to what came out, remember this happened really, really fast. This is not stuff that's happened over time. It's happened super fast. I mean, we didn't even know we got fired before Christmas until we knew we got fired. I mean, it was just
yeah.
so fast you can't even keep on.
Here's another good question. Anthony did a walk around the office AMA, and he showed us the X30 series and the X100s that were lined up on the desk over there. And he took us to a storage room that had a whole bunch of boxes for the X10s. And he said during that video that those were empty boxes that had been prepared for mass shipping. So this guy, he asks, the boxes in the office shown by Anthony Turner, were they empty? They were in the office. And yeah, they were in that storage room.
Yeah,
So I saw an invoice that I think it was like almost $20,000 worth of packaging or something like that for 12,000 miners. Um,
yeah,
and only half of that was paid or something like that too.
yeah. That's printer foil. So
So
there's still all a massive amount outstanding on that.
so they were still owed money. Um,
Yeah.
you're talking about, I want to say it was September 15th, somewhere around that ballpark. I think they started shipping them like the 1st of September, and they started landing after getting through customs and stuff like that, somewhere on the 7th or 10th of September. And Gurhan told me that they aren't paying for the X10s yet because they are waiting on some parts and this, that, and whatever to put them together. And I know that to be a lie. That's blatant. These guys had the prototypes way back then, and they said there was a screen issue back in like September, and that they were going to resolve that. But they were ready to ship October, November at the latest. Is that correct? Is that your understanding as well? And y'all even bought all the packaging for it?
That's my understanding. But once again, I don't have anything to verify that. That's just my understanding. That's my personal
That was
opinion.
a South African company that built those.
Octoco.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's 12,000
And
of
they
those
haven't been
suckers.
paid
And that
either.
was the biggest bill. 12,000 times 130 is like, what, 3.5 million? Or was it 1.5 million? I can't remember. It was a big number. But,
Yeah.
you know, they were like
Yeah.
trying to, they were talking to me during conversations saying, well, you know, the most important thing is to get the X30s and the X100s out and on the market. And I completely agree. The most important thing is to get the ASICs out there so they can connect up to the network so it can all be tested at scale. I completely agree with
Has
that.
to be
But
has
hey,
to be
Gerhan,
tested.
if you got the money, why don't you pay for it all at once? Big baller. I think you're a punk. That's what I think. I think you're a liar, too. I think you're a liar. I think you stole our money. I think you're weak. I don't think you're a man.
Pretty much.
Crazy.
Pretty much.
Lying to
Pretty
everybody.
much. I understand that all the outstanding bills can be settled later, but you pay your staff first,
You pay your staff.
especially because these guys have been pulling in so many hours.
But
And I mean, like,
the miners were tabulated separately from coins. That's a completely different tabulation. It wasn't even considered in the $440 million that were raised.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry I
So,
yelled at you. It
I
just
mean,
makes me so mad.
the mere fact that he wanted to fire the whole staff, everyone, at the very beginning shows you, that he actually doesn't give a nut. Who fires their personnel 2 days before Christmas
Trash. That's who.
and haven't even paid them? What kind of like that? Like I don't know I don't know who he is, but your actions tell me who you are. So
He told me. I asked for receipts
that's
on this past Friday. I said, oh, no, we asked on Monday. We said, hey, look, we need to see receipts because they said they were going to pay for the X30s and X100s. Friday morning, I got a phone call bright and early, 4 a.m. or something like that, my time. And I get up out of bed and have a phone call. And, of course, I'm groggy. You know, I probably stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning working on the mining pool. And I get up, and they're like, we made the payment today for the X30s and X100s. So, well, all right, that sounds good. You know, let me see a receipt. Okay, we'll get it to you. And so, you know, I went back to bed after that. Actually, you know, went back to bed for like an hour. Had recorded the AMA that comes on at 6 a.m. Alaska time. And then I probably got up after that. I don't remember. And I finally woke up after a couple hours, and I was like, all right. And I texted Nick. I said, hey, man, we need to see those receipts.
Just to jump in there, Nick has absolutely no skills or expertise as a CEO. None. He's a chief marketing officer. That's his strength. He doesn't know how to run a company. He's never ran a company. He has no skills whatsoever to be a CEO. So my feeling is that it is much like a token figure where he just executes what G tells him to do. Because I mean he couldn't even pay me on the right network. I mean, you couldn't even you didn't even know whether we get paid on USDT on TR20. I mean, seriously. I was also asked to give over all my passwords, all my groups that I was in. And people joined from Nick's marketing team. And all of a sudden, the chat started getting moderated. And I had a massive problem with that because I said, these are my private groups. And people should be able to say what they want to say. These are invite only groups. I didn't want to lie to Anthony or keep anything from him. I wanted to be completely transparent. And then there was starting to be moderation in the group. Like, how do you moderate a private community group? That's ridiculous. So it's just the same thing all the time. It's the same as the official TG channel. It's where if you just mention the name G for green, then you're like banned. If you ask a question, you're banned. I mean, that's not community driven.
Yeah, that's how we got on to the WPRO questions in the AMA on October 24th.
Yeah.
Was asking about the Telegram, and he said, "Oh, well, that's part of one of the marketing teams." Gosh, excuse me.
It wasn't us. That
No,
was
it was
completely
Nick
run
said
by
that.
Dubai. That was completely run by Dubai. So there's a massive separation between the technical team and the Dubai team. Two different companies, two different narratives. We were controlled a lot by the marketing team in terms of what we could or could not do, say, could not say. They set deadlines. They, so we were kind of, like I said, caught with our pants down, coming on a Monday. Someone says, did you check out the website? Did you see there's now another 600% bonus? And we're like, what? Because remember, we all have team tokens and allocations as well. So whatever shit they're pulling, if that token is worth 0, that means that for the last year or more, people have been working for tokens that are useless.
Right.
That's part of our salary package.
Well, and for 2 years now, investors have been buying tokens that are about to be launched on a network that is not ready, that is not that they haven't provided the products that it takes to decentralize and secure the network. A proof of work is secured by the nodes and the ASIC miners. It's ridiculous.
And the ASIC miners need to go through at least 3 soap tests, at least,
Yeah.
To be tested globally. And a soap test is anything up to 3 weeks per test, where the miners are running, continuously running to see where are they overloaded, where's the problems, where all of that. That let's do three soap tests. That's a month and a half of just testing the miners, which hasn't even happened yet.
And Nick and Jeremy come out and say, and I gotta, Jeremy seems like a nice guy to me, but I gotta indict him. He's sitting there saying that he can do all this stuff, but he's being pressed, and that's not gonna get us a secure network that's been tested and is robust and fully audited by a reputable organization. And he needs to tell the community so, or he's gonna lose any credibility whatsoever. You can't just be a yes man for Nick and Gerhan. Me and Mo, we definitely went in and when Gerhan showed his face, we're like, okay, let's start from a ground zero per se, and give the man the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? And
if there's anyone, I can tell you, if there's anyone that can do it, that's Jeremy.
I'm not saying that he can't, but he's fallen into the same trap that Anthony Turner fell into.
G forced him. He publicly said we will launch February. What is he going to say? He's not going to say anything against that. It's I think more realistic is you looking at April, May.
With community sentiment, I mean, we need a robust network that's rolling where we're building on and really like starting to feel this thing again before
Rather
even
push the
thinking
launch
about
out.
listing.
Absolutely.
We've
Push
raised
the
enough
launch
money.
out. Give Jeremy chance. I think to put the technical team under such kind of pressure to deliver a mainnet ready blockchain in a few weeks is ridiculous, unless you really want them to fail. And there again, I'm kind of going devil's advocate, whether that's not the plan, after all. And then at the end of the day, Jeremy will be the fall guy, or the community will be the full community. Well, you voted it, so here we go. You chose it, so it didn't work.
It's
Your fault.
illegitimate. You got
Or
100.
Jeremy, you didn't deliver by February, so sorry, your fault. I think this is just another ruse to protect Nick and G. I think given Jeremy chance, giving him enough time, um, he is a transparent person. He's an honest person. I trust him, even though I broke his trust. I still trust him. I came down here for him and for what he believes in. I think giving him chance to actually build this thing properly, he will deliver, but not by February.
Right. I mean, how are you going to be able to really retain your personal integrity and say that it's ready to go when you don't have 5,000 miners that have been sold? You haven't tested the load balancing.
Exactly.
I am the only pool in the entire world that is hooked into Incarnation. And we've been down a whole bunch of times. I have a SSH tunnel that's password protected that I access this through. It's not a public RPC. And here it is, 14th, so 32 days or something like that from some supposed listing, and
with no miners, no testing, no nothing. So no, I think my personal belief, and this is just my own opinion, is that Jeremy was pushed into a corner on purpose. If I'm on a live AMA and someone says that, I'm not gonna argue with them.
well, I'll tell you what, me and Mo
what are you
would.
gonna do? Like kind of going, okay. But I think he also did mention quite a few times to G that timeline was very aggressive. And I did think in that way he was kind of alerting the community to it. So at the end of the day, if there's no money, there's no project. That's brass tacks. There's no money, there's no project. If the staff doesn't get paid, they leave. Who's building a blockchain? These are just basic mathematical equations. You don't have to be a genius to get there, right?
Well, G needs
So
to find some money.
I believe that if there's money, that Jeremy and the current technical team will build a superior blockchain. I believe in Jeremy and I believe in my technical team, but I do not believe it's going to be February. I do believe under Jeremy's direction, as I believe he's also fully transparent. Should he state this is where we are, we'll launch in April, we'll launch in May, we'll launch in October, whatever, as long as we launch a Lamborghini and not a hobo chain.
Thilo says hi.
Who?
Thilo, the South African
Hello.
guy.
No, he's amazing.
Can't launch a Pinto.
No, not if you were promised a Lambo. So I think the first thing is the money. So if there's no money, there's no project.
But there is money. There is money. Gerhead needs to come up with it. He needs to go find it. You know, a real man goes and finds money. When his bills are
Well,
due, he feeds his
it's the
kids. He feeds his
429
family.
million.
He feeds his employees. He doesn't trick off money. That's called tricking. You're a trick.
I think the money is gone, honestly. I don't think there is any money. It was posted, and I posted that on the investors group where Anthony himself said there is no money. It's gone. It's gone. He was the CEO. It's gone. This pre-sale is a last attempt to recoup some money to pay some bills to make it seem legit.
Right.
Um,
And by pre-sale, what
but
you're
if my
saying is
CEO
discount.
says there's no money, there's no money. Yeah, if my CEO says there's no money, then there is no money. It is the 14th. We were promised being paid repeatedly by Nick for 2 weeks now. We haven't been paid. There's no money. You've asked for receipts. There's no money. It's just as simple as that. The money's gone. And people need to accept that. But once again, I have no proof. This
Somebody's
is just
asking
my
about
opinion.
Yosef and Joshua Sack. Are they still working for the for BlockDAG? Are they still on? Do you know?
Joshua is. I'm not sure if Yusuf was let go. I know the whole international team was apparently let go, but I'm not privy to know who was actually let go. I know Joshua O, our smart contracts developer, was
Gone.
fired. Are you freaking kidding me? Our smart contracts developer. I know Joshua Sachs is still there. And he's amazing. He's amazing at what he does. So you can have full confidence in his skills. I know Marius, the project manager, was also let go like me. Well, let's just use the word fired.
Right.
Because let go is almost like polite.
Right.
But if you can't even look me in the eyes when you fire me, then why be polite? As far as I know, the whole international team was fired. Robert, the product manager, the product owner. I'm not sure about Stephen Clark, but my knowledge pertains just to that the whole international team was let go. The only people that stayed is the current technical team in South Africa. And out of the technical team, myself and Morris are the only two South Africans that was let go. And then, as far as I know, the whole international team had been let go. Our DeFi specialist, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I can only assume Yusuf has been let go. Our cybersecurity, so how are you going to launch your blockchain?
No
You have no cybersecurity. You've got no DeFi lead. You have no head of ecosystem. You have no product manager, no project manager. Alex was let go as well.
And you just got
You've got
Jeremy
no
as a
product manager.
workhorse. You just got Jeremy as a workhorse that you're trying to whip to death.
Yep. And the remaining team. And they are burning hours and hours and hours. And if I'm telling you that this team has not stopped for 7 days, I am not joking with you. And this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
So Traveler over here, he says, not that I want to spend more money, but could you and some of the team create a different crypto that actually brings something that actually works to launch? And I just want to say, you know, I've worked with the Awakening testnet, and I'm hooked up to Incarnation now. It's not that it doesn't work; it's that it's not complete. But you know, the communities. I know of 3 different blockchains that have come out of the community so far. I know a guy down. I'm not gonna say who, but a guy down in Florida has one that he's coming up with. It's a pretty cool idea. It's like a real everyday man's chain is I guess what I would say about it. It's meant for the everyday average Joe. And then there's a lady who was on the build-a-thon, and I will butcher her name, but it's Ali.
Auli?
She's from Finland up there.
Yeah. Yeah. She's amazing. She's
She's
also one
great.
of my
She's got like
ambassadors.
9 projects going. She's got her own chain. It just hit
Yeah.
testnet.
She's
She's
amazing.
testing it out, and it's doing some cool stuff. And then
Mm.
there's another gentleman out of Canada that has made a chain, and it's more of an enterprise chain, and it's probably going to do some big things as well.
So in short answer is yes.
Yeah. So, I just want to say for Traveler, the community is coming up with stuff, and we really have BlockDAG to thank, and the mismanagement and stuff like that, for bringing us all together, and the great projects that are coming out of this are going to be amazing. And I still think that somehow, some way, we can slap this whole thing around and make a great story out of it, and the story will attract people, and that we can call this Resurrection DAG or something like that, and or Renaissance DAG or something, and we'll just
I like
we're gonna
resurrection
take
Doug.
this chain from you, Gerhan. You're not launching on no exchanges February 16th, number one. Number two, it's our chain, it's our money. You ain't about nothing. And anyways, I'm pretty mad. Everybody's mad. Anyway, I better quit talking
Yeah.
shit. If
The
the
problem is
network goes
just
live prior to miners being delivered, the custom algorithm would have to be included in the Docker engine, compromising the unique hashing algorithm. They installed the binary. They did a binary compilation of the algorithm, and we installed that as the algorithm, and um, verification
yeah.
for the algorithm. So external
Yeah.
validator. So
Yeah.
that's how they're doing it. And so you're going to have to hook up to a pool or run your own pool to be able to mine, is how it's going to work for
Yeah.
at least a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And my big concern, apart from the two that I've mentioned, which is the current BlockDAG community, as well as my team, is the new people. That's because for me, it's you outright stealing from people that don't know anything, people that don't know anything about crypto. No, you outright stealing with this pre-sales, and that's another concern for me, because these are fathers, mothers, students. They're pushing in their savings. You know, I would, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see more people losing their money. So that for me is also one of the reasons why I'm speaking to you, is to warn anyone and to say exactly what you said and what Mo said. Do not vote and do not buy. There is more than enough. I mean, Ethereum didn't need close to that to launch on mainnet.
Yeah, Gerhan, you got the money?
Yeah.
You got the money?
Come got on.
It. Cough it up.
Yeah. I should have been sent a piece of that damn wedding cake. How much was it?
50 mil.
50 million.
50
so
million.
Damn it.
Hey, didn't you see a comment on one of the live streams? That
yeah, I did.
He called the investors suckers. How do you know it was
him? Because it said G. Yeah. And no one knew who it was. And then he said, "Thank you for paying for my wedding, suckers."
So go back and watch all the live streams.
And I sent it to Anthony. But obviously I didn't. I'm cut off Slack, so I have no access to it. But yeah, now he doesn't. Before, no one knew about him. Now it's we are family. No, we're not family.
All of the builders and me.
We are family. You're the one that's stealing from us. We were so far from family. We are closer to a shotgun than we are to the whole community, and we care about the community. If you cared about the community, you would moderate them. If you care about the community, you'd be transparent. If you cared about the community, you would go on with hackathons and build-a-thons. If you cared about your community, you wouldn't put bullshit, sorry for my French, pre-sales money and then when asked for transparency, not give transparency. That shows me the opposite, that you don't care about the community. What you care about is our bank accounts. That's it. That's all you care about. Just want to make money from us. You want to steal money from us. So I'm sorry. I will not let him steal money from my team. They will get paid one way or another. They will get paid. I will not let him steal any more money from the current community or the new people that he's trying to draw in with his pre-sales. And I really hope this video goes wide. And you know what? If you still believe in the project, go for it. I believe in Jeremy, but just
we don't have to give him any more money. Gerhan needs to pay the bills.
Don't he said, I got the money. Then why is there another pre-sale? If you got the money, why is there another pre-sale? Tell me that.
So I just want to be clear. When you say another pre-sale, you're speaking about another discount.
This current one now.
Right. But the pre-sale isn't another pre-sale. It's been an ongoing one pre-sale since.
Well, there was so many. I mean, I think at this stage it went from 200% bonus to like 10,000% bonus. I don't even know how much we know.
That's a South African thing. Like in America, we would call those promotions. That's a promotion or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a pre-sale means this whole thing is one pre-sale. And now, granted, WPRO is probably involved in the cold wallet pre-sale. They're involved in zero knowledge proof pre-sale. I'm almost certain on it. I mean,
you have proven. Have you not said that he's also co-owner of both those projects?
I have not seen the document. I know he owns Cold Wallet because he told us that we did, but zero knowledge proof. I'm certain. So there's a couple of questions in here that are relevant.
So you're making money on the money
that he's stealing.
What happened to all those MVPs from all my hackathons? 170 MVPs that we got. What happened to all those projects? And those came from third world countries like Nigeria. They were absolute rock stars. The stuff that they produced is next level. Those are the stuff that needs to be funded, not your cold wallet where you are the one benefiting from it.
Right. So someone asked, Reed, could you tell us what's your plan ahead? Sure, we'll follow you, man. So I've had a consultation with an American attorney who's in cryptocurrency, and from like a legal standpoint of being able to take somebody to court or something like that, it's not really a viable option right off the bat. You know, you can always do that on the long end because when an organization raises funds like WPRO and Gerhan did for this project, they are always going to be liable to an investor in the United States. Any investor can lay a claim anytime they want to and get a judgment here in the United States. I doubt
it's gonna take years.
Yeah, but even then, I doubt even Gerhan would even send an attorney over. It would probably be just a default judgment you would get. So enforcement is almost impossible. And
I'm pretty sure he is still busy with mass cases now.
I think he's got 20
because as far
pending.
as I know, he's not even exactly. So he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care. He just doesn't go to those
it's going to legal. What is that going to do?
Right.
You vote with your wallet. That's how you get your power back.
So
you vote with your
that's
wallet.
what I was about to work into. So someone else comes in here and they're being a smart ass is what it is. And they say Lisa is here because it makes her feel better to talk about the employer that fired her. She wouldn't be doing this otherwise if she wasn't fired. That's why we're here. And number one, nobody really knew the extent of Gerhan's tomfoolery. You know, Anthony Turner was still planning on continuing to build this chain and finishing it out. There was no plans
Yeah.
of February 16th launch date the day before
Yeah.
Lisa got fired. So I'll let
Yeah.
you speak on it, but I mean, I just want to say for myself, the whole battlefield changed when Gurhan showed his face and claimed ownership of this chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, you know what? People are entitled to their wrong opinions.
yeah,
Um, you know very well that I started giving you information well before I got fired, because I was worried, about what was going on, and I was putting myself at risk. You know that. You and I have been speaking for quite a while, so I trusted you with very sensitive information, because I didn't want to be part of a fraudulent a project, but I didn't have any proof. I only had suspicions. So I'm not going to defend myself. That person is entitled to his wrong opinion.
yeah.
I really don't care. I'm here because I want my team to get paid, and I want my community to be saved, and I want new people to not lose their money. That's why I'm here. And who else thinks otherwise are welcome to do so.
So in any case, I wanted to address it because there's a couple of people sitting there saying it. Essentially, what the whole point is that we don't want people giving this guy more money.
No,
We've raised plenty. So number one
more than
is
enough.
to stop feeding this guy. And he's lowered the price down to 0.003 or something like that, some crazy ridiculous price to try and raise up last minute funds, and people are falling for it. I've seen people in the Facebook group trying to buy stuff, and you know what? There's an audience in YouTube that doesn't see all the stuff on Facebook, and even some of the Facebook guys fall for it. So, you know, a little bit of trying to share information. As much as I try to share information, people still slip through the cracks. So we try to do as good a job as possible. And
Well, at the end of the day, you're not responsible for other people's choices.
no,
But
I'm not.
it's not a choice if you don't have all the information, like I said before. So now you have all the information as far as it pertains to my knowledge. You have given them information. Mo has given them. If you still want to go buy a pre-sale thing, please be my guest.
The
But
things
if
that
it fails, don't moan and bitch afterwards that you lost everything, because you've been given all the information to make an informed decision.
the things that you've told me, and that Anthony has told me, and that everybody inside has told me over the course of time, you know, I post and posts on Facebook. I don't say where it came from per se, but I rephrase it in such a way, and the information has been put out there.
Yeah.
You know,
So people can choose. They've got freedom of choice. I'm not gonna tell anyone, you're not allowed to buy. You're allowed to do what you want to, but what you are owed is full transparency. So I'm giving you full transparency. Readers, mowers. Now make your own decisions. You can only lead a horse to the water. You can't make them drink. So if people still want to buy a pre-sale station, then go ahead. That's your money. I've got no say with that. But I do have an obligation to tell the community what's happened, and be transparent, like any blockchain should be. And if I was doing this just because I was fired, then I wouldn't have been speaking to you a few months ago already.
so Melissa Torrens on here, she's got some pretty good statements. She says, I'm based in Australia. I spoke my mind and didn't threaten or use profanities due to background. I am blocked and banned from BlockDAG's community telegrams page because, and I've been blocked since early December. And that's standard. Their moderators on that page block people for any number of things. I don't even, I can't even begin to tell you the list of things that people get blocked for. That's silly.
Yeah,
So I
it's
wouldn't even
crazy.
waste your time on there. We have an investors telegram, and you can get with Chanel, and Chanel will help you get on there. So you're back to the legal action thing. So like I said, I spoke with the attorney. He said, we can get a judgment in the United States, no problem. That's no big deal. But when you're talking about a multi-jurisdictional thing, you're talking about getting a big boy law firm in, one that can, handle all of the places, the EU, the United States, EAU. I'm sorry, UAE. I'm good with
Yeah.
numbers. I'm bad with letters.
Let's
Um,
just go global.
yeah, Australia, Asia, stuff like that, and you can cross
Yeah.
to it to about 5-7 years. A lot of litigation.
Yeah.
So that's really not a great plan as far as like trying to fix this or do anything. That's a down the road plan, and the statute of limitations isn't up on any of that stuff. It's not even close. The statute
Yeah.
of limitations would start running at the end of the last fraud. And let me tell you, they're not done with fraudulent actions yet. So there's still plenty of frauds to go. And, getting an injunction in the United States wouldn't necessarily stop them. So here's what we've done. People are asking what the plan is, and I haven't necessarily said it on YouTube yet. So we have contacted VARA, okay? That is the Virtual Assets Authority in the Emirates. And we've filed well over 100 complaints. I lodged mine like December 26th, I want to say it was. And it had a complete dossier with it. And then that was right. Gerhan came out just a couple days later, and we kind of paused on really pushing forward with everything and wanted to see what he did. But he's shown his colors now. And so many more people from jurisdictions all around the world have been contacting them and filing a complaint. It takes 5 minutes. You go to Vera, hit contact, and then you drop down under the contact, and there's a complaint section on there, and hit the complaint. And it's literally, it's 200 characters is all you can put in there. And so do that. They will contact you back within 48 hours or so. So at that point, you need to start writing up your statement of truth. Okay, you write up your statement of truth, and that's your true story as you know it to be, and get your screenshots together. What other evidence that you have of fraudulent activities, false advertising, different things like that, which there's plenty. I mean, people have asked me for evidence packs, but in my opinion, I don't want the same evidence pack going to these people. It looks like a repetitive organized deal. I mean, speak it from your own heart and your own mind and what your situation is and how they scammed you and the lies. So that's one aspect. Well, once you get that written down, while you're waiting on VARA to call you back, contact the UAE consulate in your country. Okay? And call them and say, hey, look, I'm an Australian citizen, and there's a guy named Gerhan Kizalos out in Dubai, and he is running scams out of your country with his buddy Nick Vanderberg, and y'all need to do something about this. So now we're getting jurisdictions from around the world, their consulates calling in to the central hub, Dubai, going, hey man, we got somebody and they're like, yeah, we got all these Vera claims here. So that's stage one. Stage two is to contact your regulators in your country. Okay, your financial regulators, your banking regulators, stuff like that, people who issue securities, contact them. And you've got this dossier that you've built now, and I'm going to be making more data available pretty soon that will assist in that. But until then, you should have plenty of data to be able to levy fraud. And I can tell you that there's a high probability that someone in your country already has, because we've had, I know Australia's done. I know the United Kingdom's done. I know the Netherlands is done. I know Finland is done. I know the United States is done. I know Canada's done. That's just off the top. But Germany's done. France is done. Um, Italy's done. Romania's done. Singapore's done. I did all that yesterday. So there's a high probability that, so the more that they get in from that. Okay. Now that's that stage. The next stage, go to our Facebook page. On the description of this video, there's a link to all of our socials. Actually, Reddit. Reddit's wide open. Go on there, and there's a picture of it says if you know, I think it says if you're aware of wrongdoing or something like that. So go to the description of this YouTube page. Go to our Reddit page. It's BlockDAG Investors, and it's got a picture of like the pre-sale. What do you call that guy? The spaceship guy, and the guy's in the spacesuit.
Astronaut.
Right, and it's actually got Zero Knowledge Proof's page on Facebook advertising a BlockDAG advertisement, a standard W Pro mix-up. They don't know. They're just flying by the seat of their pants and not really a professional organization. They're as bad as my little podcast. You know what I mean? Like sitting in my office here. No professionals involved in that organization whatsoever, just like me. So,
well,
hey, you know,
I think
I work hard, but I'm not a professional. So, in any case, go there, and you will see there's 4 different templates for lodging a complaint. And this is, I believe, and I can make a statement of truth, an affidavit that I would swear that our pre-sale funds have gone towards his gaming industry in various forms. And so there is, like I said, there's some forms on there, and it has links to the various regulators that regulate that, and inform them that if you believe that your funds have gone there and have the gumption to do so, then you can do that. And then the next stage is I've been working on form letters for the various exchanges. And this is to inform the exchanges that, and
that's simple.
That
that's probably the first place to start.
Well,
before anything else, that is the first place.
I'm not done with it yet. So I'm almost done, but I'm not quite done. So I've got a list of all the exchanges, and their contact information and who to send it to. It's been exhaustive work. I see the bags under my freaking eyes. I literally do this 18, 20 hours a day trying to counteract the wheels of WPRO and Gerhan Kieselos and his henchman, Nick Vanderberg. So, in any case, the people are asking, so I wanted to just all be stated in here. So once that's complete, and there will be a huge evidence pack that can go along to these exchanges, because the exchanges will be listing something that has massive liabilities against it at this juncture, with unpaid partnerships, with miners still not in the field, untested chain. They're essentially trying to launch a meme coin, which is his, what do you call that? His modus operandi, mode of operation, and get out of the way. That's essentially what they're trying to do. And so my thought, and I think it is the only real and actionable plan at this moment, is to put the pressure where he's living at, in Dubai, in freaking UAE, cross that with your local regulators. So when the local regulators start saying, hey, you know, they're contacting the consulate, you've already contacted the consulate, they're contacting UAE. UAE is trying to be a crypto hub, and they're trying to get their financial house in order, and they don't want to be embarrassed on the world stage. So we give the UAE the chance to be a hero. Yeah. And then at the same time, inform the gaming industry that it's very possible that they need to look into the source of funding for his gaming industry. And then I will have those other things. And I have a special guest who's working with me on those, who I will not reveal at this juncture until they go public. But yes, I have it on authority that we have enough information to be able to counteract any ability of them to list on any listing until the liabilities are taken care of on this chain. And we have to stop Gerhan Kieselos from shirking or skirting his responsibilities in paying the damn bills.
Yes, because it's his manhood at stake, isn't it?
Oh, it's my honor.
Too
Honor.
soon? Too soon?
I love it.
But I'm gonna state categorically, if we get the funds, which is what Jeremy needs, the payroll gets paid, we get the funds, and Jeremy gets time to build this out, he'll be able to do it.
Let me also
100%.
Let me also add to what you're saying, because I'm just reading questions here. I don't know if you have it open, but
No.
he says there is no project without the money or the tech team, and then someone else says great actions, but it kills the project, meaning that there is no other option. Let me tell you that if Gerhan Kieselos releases the intellectual property to the community, and and gives us a chunk of it's our money. Give us our stinking money, a whole bunch of it. And we set up a new legal entity, get the thing completed. We have a completely different operation. We're no longer DAG Systems Ltd. under Gerhan Kieselos' shell and shadows.
Multi-sig wallets, community voting, full transparency. I mean, that's what you want. Then this can be a great success.
Yeah,
under Jeremy's leadership, this could be a great success.
It totally could. And so I definitely have somebody's asking for the link here real quick. For Vera. I don't know why it's so yeah, I think it could totally happen, but it's not going to happen underneath Gerhan Kieselos's leadership and
if he was wise in any way, shape, or form at all, he should burn bridges, hand over the money, hand over the IP, and walk away while he still can.
Yep.
That would be the wisest thing to do at this stage. Wash his hands, take Nick with him, and then let Jeremy do his thing. And give us some money. Because the tokens are my money as well. So I'm also part of the community. It's also my money. I earned that money.
Right, you sweated for it.
I earned it. So if he was a wise man at all, then I would suggest that he does that. Wash his hands, walk away. We'll leave him alone. Give us our money.
That's it.
Give Jeremy the time to do what he needs to do. Get the community in a fully transparent multi-sig wallet. Get an advisory board.
Once the newspapers, because there's a big article that's coming out here in the next day or so, and it's actually going to be a series, and we're going to promote that. We actually have some websites that are going up this week by a buddy of mine who does marketing. Thanks, Richard. A good shout out here, Richard. He's been working with a couple of other guys. I won't say their names because they're known, but. So we're going to have those websites up and running. They'll have replications of lots of good information that is going on about this whole situation. And as we start turning the corner on this thing and stop the listing, kick these freaking guys out of here and be the community that saves this crypto, I believe that people will get interested and people will want to check it out. I really do think that a Netflix series could be done on this whole thing. And, um, you know,
Me
shout out to
too.
Matthew McConaughey and Julia Roberts. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too. Me too. Definitely, definitely. So yeah. I mean, that's all from me. I have nothing else. If there's any more questions that anyone want to ask me, feel free. And if I can answer it, I will.
We've been on for a good two
Almost
hours
two
now.
hours. Yeah, that's a long one.
It is. But you know what? Uh,
Hopefully, people are entertained. Or you're not entertained.
are you not entertained?
I just had to do a little bit of a
I love
gladiator reference there.
it. Don't talk about Netflix. GK will steal that plan as well. Well, you know what? I gave them until this past Friday to show us the receipts on the daggum miners. It didn't have to be like this. It didn't. All you had to do was pay for the daggum miners and make sure that we had a live chain that was publicly accessible and all that stuff. It's not that hard. We didn't ask for much.
Yeah.
We were quite lenient.
Yeah.
We gave you 2 weeks. You said you'd pay for the miners the first week. You didn't. Then you said you'd pay for them the second week, and you said you paid for them on Friday, but not the X10s because they still need parts.
Yeah.
Psh, punk. Just a punk.
And then
A
every
punk
week
who
you say,
can't
"Oh,
pay his
Pebble
bills.
coming.
Just another punk who
Pebble's
can't
coming."
pay his bills. Trash.
No, man. No, man.
All right.
No,
Any
man.
last questions on here before we shut it down? Thinking inside the box, seeking and advising, allowing the information to be discussed and distributed from private to public knowledge, then legal ramifications. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're not even close to any statute of limitations on anything. So, you know, we can always take this to court and do the things, and we can sue the snot out of him. But, you know, that's going to take a long time, and that doesn't.
We could have launched already by that time.
we're literally a handful of months away from really having the DeFi and all the other things integrated. Yeah. If we turn around, this is going to be massive for everyone, present and future investors. We love you, Reed and Lisa, and all others helping us. Thank you, Steph Kalla. And I know who you are, actually. I just can't think of it. It's freaking 3 a.m. here, and I've been up all day.
And I just want to thank everyone on your NFT platform that has donated towards me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Every single one of you, people who have reached out personally to me, thank you so much. Also, Reed's raising money for the lawyers. Anything I have over and above that I've raised will go to Reed, either 2 ways for his lawyer's fees, or I said that anything that I've raised over and above, or should I find a job before that, I will then, I've asked Reed then to remove my wallet. He needs to create a wallet in full transparency, and I want to donate that money to another single mom and kids that's going through the same. So if you need any transparency on that, you can just ask Reed and he'll give you that.
Well, yeah, I've been taking all the money that comes in because I've gotten Zells and Cash Apps and all kinds of things. And what I do is when it hits my bank account, I buy Ethereum, I buy an NFT, and I put it on the smart contract. So all the money's on the smart contract except for what came in tonight. I haven't transferred it tonight, but
yeah. But
so
I just want
it on the
the
smart contract, and so far I haven't paid anything out of it. I haven't agreed to pay anything out of it. We got a little war chest of about $6,000, and we'll see what happens with it. I know everybody came together and did it. I spoke with my attorney, and from everything that we came up with, there's not a whole lot that I can really do with him. I'm going to speak with another attorney. I have a meeting in the morning. It's Wednesday here now, so this will be Thursday morning at about 5 a.m. And I'll keep you posted on what the results are of that. And then sorry. Yeah, we'll keep you going on that. And Lisa's got her smart contract I set up different because she was taking care of the kids and stuff. So I set an immediate pay on hers. So when you buy an NFT on Lisa's contract, it immediately shoots to her wallet. So
Yeah.
no, nothing is actually stored on that, and you'll just see it dumping immediately to
Yeah.
that. But it's kind of
And
cool. I
after
set up
this
this.
AMA, I can be pretty sure that I won't get paid. So,
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. But you
so
know
that
what?
gives me about 3 weeks
That's
leeway.
exactly what Gerhan likes to do is to keep people under his thumb by utilizing
Yeah.
shady means. And you know what?
Yeah.
The Lord and light and love is going to shine upon you because you no longer have to deal with that guy. And you're with some people now that are a much better caliber.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Eve.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Love you,
Thank you for
Lisa.
everyone that listened to the moon and back. We'll speak soon.
Love all you guys too. Oh yeah, and I saw somebody on Kuwait talking about Kuwait. We've already had somebody go to the Kuwaiti consulate over there and speak with them. I don't know if that is actually you, but feel free, go over there to your Kuwaiti consulate and let them know that you've got people that are right next door that are robbing Kuwaitis blind, and it's
Go
unacceptable.
to the Mossad.
Okay, no, that is you.
At this stage.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Mahid Shady. He's part of the secret operations team. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mahid. You're a real soldier. He was the first one. I'll tell you, he was the first one to do it. That's your hero right there. Thank you, brother. All right.
Thank you for everyone. Have a good one.
Good
I'll
night.
be on the investors group and keep in touch.